The other disciples therefore said to him, "We have seen the Lord." And so he said to them, "Unless I see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe." I think there's something that needs to be said here about skepticism. I think Thomas often gets a bad rap. Right? I mean, we call him Doubting Thomas. I think what we see here is a designation that needs to be made between what's kind of a toxic skepticism that so many in our society seem to have nowadays, and what is a healthy skepticism that actually seeks truth but just, wants to be sure that they're sure. See, because there is this unhealthy skepticism that is out there that refuses to believe something no matter what. Where it is assumed, and I hear people say this, it is assumed that the default position of a rational person is to doubt and to remain in doubt until such a time as it has been proven beyond doubt to you. It's a kind of toxic skepticism that wants to throw out the Bible. Oh, well, you can't believe that. That's a religious book. Never mind the fact that as historical documents, the New Testament are the gold standard, head and shoulder above every other historical document in the world as far as authenticity and reliability. Oh, no, you got to throw that out. That's not good enough for them. This is the kind of skepticism that demands empirical, scientific proof before they'll believe anything, completely forgetting the fact that science cannot study everything. There's actually quite a few things in life and in the world that science has absolutely no means whatsoever to weigh in on, like trying to find plastic with a metal detector. Science can't tell you about theology. Science can't tell you about philosophy. Science can't tell you about the supernatural. Science can't tell you about these things, about morality. It doesn't have the tools to do the job. This is the kind of skepticism that says, if Jesus descended from heaven and stood before me and proclaimed who he was, I would just assume I'm insane and having a delusion. I've actually heard someone say that before in a debate where the Christian pressed them and said, well, what if Jesus literally floated down from heaven and stood before you and proclaimed who he was? And the atheist said, I would assume I'm having a hallucination. There's this way of thinking among some skeptics that stacks the deck so that no matter what comes, nothing can overturn their preferred beliefs, because their standard of evidence of how they think something gets shown to be so is so high that it automatically excludes not only the truth of the gospel, but the truth of a lot of things, no matter how much evidence is shown. But that's not the skepticism Thomas has. Thomas says, I'm willing to believe. I want to believe. Just give me the reason. Healthy skepticism. It is open and seeking truth wherever it is found. Wherever it is found. Not setting things up in such a way that certain truths are automatically excluded. Healthy skepticism means not being gullible, but also recognizing that doubt is not a virtue. Remember on the road to Emmaus? They couldn't believe it, but they were seeking the truth. And Jesus appeared to them and showed them the truth. And when they saw it, they were willing to receive it. Genuine truth-seeking is rewarded. What we have at work that a lot of this toxic skepticism forgets or intentionally ignores is what's called the principle of credulity. It's what philosophers call it. It's this idea that you are perfectly rational to believe that things are the way they appear to be, until such a time as it's shown to be wrong. So whenever you first see something, you go, okay, this is what I believe, because this is what appears to be the case. But you're open to that whenever something comes in and shows you, no, that was wrong, then you accept it. Toxic skepticism is closed to the answers that they do not like. Healthy skepticism is open to seeking answers wherever they may be found.
Lord, though I feel the darkness come, I will not fear. You've ransomed me with blood.